Greetings, dear viewer, and welcome to Purposes Crossed, where I hope that people who are called by Jesus for different purposes cross paths and exchange ideas. We continue with our series of reflections on the Sermon on the Mount, and in this video, we will deal with Matthew chapter 5, verses 23 and 24. In the previous video, we saw that Jesus addresses the issue of our being angry with someone. We saw that he warned against being angry. In verses 23 and 24, however, Jesus turns the tables. For here, our sister has something against us. And in such cases, he tells us to take the initiative. We are to stop even offering a sacrifice for the sake of reconciling with our sister. As in the preceding verses, Jesus does not provide us an escape condition. We are to pursue reconciliation not only when the wrong experienced by our sister is justified, but perhaps even if it is unjustified according to us. In other words, we are not to spend time and energy analyzing the possible causes of our sister's anger to determine if we have given her reason to hold a grudge. Such a pursuit is, in fact, merely an attempt to find a way, at times any way, of proving our innocence and of refusing to begin the process of reconciliation. Indeed, even if we do initiate the process of healing, we will make that a reason for thinking ourselves better than our sister. And Jesus will not afford us any such luxury. Rather than devote resources to proving just cause for our sister's anger, we are to give our sister just cause for wanting the healing of our relationship. The difference between the two approaches is key. To try to ascertain our sister's ill feelings and see if they are justified is to approach her with antagonism, as though she were a foe to be vanquished. On the other hand, to forego the issue of justification for our sister's anger and to make the first move towards the restoration of the relationship is to approach our sister with beneficence. While Jesus tells us to be beneficent, we find that a bitter pill to swallow. We might acknowledge that Jesus would have us halt our sacrifice in order to attempt healing between our sister and us. However, we will quickly observe that Christians do not offer sacrifices anymore. Hence, does it not follow that Jesus' words are not relevant to us anymore? How shrewd we can be, how slippery our arguments. However, they only work if we were to understand Jesus as requiring the halting of only sacrifices. That is not his intent. The sacrifice Jesus mentions here is probably the free will offering that a person offers to show his or her love and adoration of God. It is an offering that displays the joy that one has in God. This is what Jesus asks us to stop in order to set things right between our sister and us. He is telling us that there can be no true joy if we allow our sister to hold a grudge against us. He is telling us that in order to truly experience the joy of knowing God, we must first be reconciled to our sister. What Jesus is saying that if singing worship songs brings us joy, we are to stop singing. If preaching sermons makes us ecstatic, we are to halt the sermon. If reading uplifting books thrills us down, we are to use a bookmark. So, all that we can do to restore ourselves to our sister, we must do. In that, Jesus says, we will find joy in God.